Hey everyone, Ken Carlson here with Country Guitar Chops, and on this lesson I'm going to show you how I play it's the intro lick for Jerry Reed's Guitar Man. I had a request to work this up a while ago, and I thought, that's kind of cool, so I tried to do some research on it to see how it was played, cheat a little bit, because there's a lot of guitar parts going on there. And couldn't find it anywhere, but I did find that when Jerry Reed recorded, this is the Elvis version, by the way. When Jerry Reed recorded the guitar parts for Elvis's version of Guitar Man, his band couldn't figure out how to play the song, so they had to go track Jerry Reed down, who was out fishing in Alabama. They found him out there and asked me if he would come into the studio and show Elvis's band how he played it, and he did. But I still couldn't find anywhere of how it was played, so I had to use my imagination here, and this is what I came up with. They're layered guitars. So in the key of D, it would come in 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going up an octave, my D. Dropping it down to a C chord. Okay? And then I'm going to go up a half a step and do a half step bend. Yeah. Let me get a better position here. I got a glare going on that neck there. Let's try that again. Okay. D to an octave D. Bending that up a half step, those two strings. Then we're going to do a pentatonic double stop. Yeah. Okay. Two strings. E and B string on the 10th fret. B and G string on the 12th. Drop those down to the 10. All double stops. And then the ending of that is, oops, I missed it. Okay, so I'm catching those with my pinky and ring. Back on, that's the G and B string again on the 12th fret. And that is to an A. Okay, so I got an A chord here. B string on the 10th, G string on the 9th, and that G string is pre-bent a half step. Okay. I did a whole step there. Now, if I was to play this song live, that would probably be the intervals that I would use. For that little recording I did there, I did 3 guitar parts. So let me play that whole thing in context. 2, 3. The second guitar part that I did, I'm going to be in this position here. So I came up, I started here with my D string on the 4th fret, slid that up to the 10th fret, okay, and then I'm going to do double stops on the G and B string with my index finger. So ring finger, or pinky if you're, I'm a ring finger kind of guy. Then I drop that down. 7th fret, the D string on the 7th fret, and then these two, the G and B, are on the 5th fret. And again, I do a half step. You could do a whole step on that. It's a little tight for these strings. So I'm doing a half step. So I'm on the 6th fret, and I'm bending those up to there. Okay? Pull them out of picture because I'm trying to get in a position where you can see. Then I did so I got the G string on the 7th fret, double stops on the B and E string, which is the 6th and 5th fret. Let's see, how did I do that? Okay. Let's see. Boy, I want to pull sharp. Then I did I come back up here. I'm on again, using my pinky and ring finger, which you could probably just use your ring finger if you wanted to. Whatever's comfortable for you there. To another A chord. I'm hitting the top end of or the bottom end of an A chord here, and pre-bending the G string a half step. Okay. So this one, the one up here is going. This one's going. Again, I'll play that again. Okay. Then I did one more guitar part, which I'm down here. Now I got an open D string, by the way, or a drop D going on here. So I'm simply hitting. Here's a D chord. Okay. So I'm on the 5th fret and 4th fret of the 5th and 4th strings. And I drop that down a whole step. And I slid those up. I didn't bend those. And then I think I went, which is a 3rd fret on the D string, to an open G, back again in a pull-off. Okay. And then I went, let's see, that's not right, is it? It's got to be an A. You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't do that with a drop D. Yeah, I did, because I was going to do a rhythm on it. So I had to compensate, from a G to an A. Well, my G's here now, my A's there. And then the rhythm for that I was going to use, but didn't get around to it. Let's see if I can remember how I did that. I actually got that off a Brent Mason video, and while I was searching for this song, I found Brent Mason playing it, and that was the rhythm he was using on it. So what I'm doing here, D string, A. That's a fifth string on the 3rd fret. Now we want to go to a G chord. Can't play that. We need to compensate. So we come up here. Okay, so it's kind of a cool little rhythm there. So that's the 3 parts that I put together for this song. And, you know, even if you don't play this song, it gives you some ideas on how to apply bends. Jerry was just a monster at doing all this crazy stuff. Like, now here again, it's just too hard to bend that up a whole step, so I come up a half step and bend it up a half step. So if nothing else, I mean, you get some ideas on how to incorporate some of these licks into some of your own, you know, instead of doing a, you know, if you could go, or, so some cool licks there to be stolen from this little lesson that, even though, like I say, you may never play the song, still you can get some cool licks out of it. Hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next one, guys.